left off last time was Lawrence Wolf riding south with King Darius of the Golden Empire. It was an uneasy alliance as both had reasons to keep secrets from each other. Yet there was an even bigger threat looming on the horizon, which would turn out to be the catalyst for change that neither expected. But before we dive into the second episode of the Game of Kingdoms, let's take a moment to like and subscribe so you never miss another adventure. And now let's get started. Episode 2 begins with Lawrence Wolf readying his horse for the long journey ahead. He'll be traveling with King Darius down south to the capital city. Meanwhile, his wife, Lady of the North, nervously watches from afar. She knows how dangerous the capital can be. Must you go, Lauren? The North needs you, she asks, hoping he'll reconsider. Lauren turns to face her, reassuring her with a smile. The king needs me more at this moment, but I will return. Protect the children until then, he tells her, stroking her cheek. Their son looks up at his father, confused. Father, promise you'll come back, he asks, his innocent words tugging at Lauren's heartstrings. Lauren kneels down to his son's level and promises, I promise. He watches as his son runs off to play, then turns back to his wife, knowing that he has to fulfill his duty. With a final wave goodbye, he mounts his horse and rides off to join King Darius, leaving his family safe in the ice fortress. Meanwhile, deep within the capital city, Queen Selene sits in a dimly lit candlelit chamber, her eyes gleaming with mischief. Beside her sits her brother, plotting their next move. Lawrence Wolf will soon be here, Selene says, her voice laced with sarcasm. The king trusts him blindly. How foolish of him, her brother smirks, his gaze sharp and calculating. Then we must act. A loyal wolf is still dangerous if cornered, he suggests. Selene raises her head, a wicked grin spreading across her face. We'll make sure the wolf never feels safe in our den, she says, her voice dripping with malice. The siblings share a look, their minds working in unison as they hatch a plan to destroy Lawrence Wolf and seize control of the kingdom. As Lauren journeys south, news of his impending arrival spreads like wildfire throughout the capital. People whisper anxiously in the streets, unsure of what to expect from the mysterious Wolf Lord. Amidst the chaos, Prince Adrian struts through the throne hall, his eyes gleaming with arrogance. As he passes by, servants cower in his wake, fearful of his wrath. Adrian laughs, enjoying the power he holds over them. Bow lower, you pathetic worms, he sneers. I am the future king. Your lives belong to me. The servants tremble at his words, their heads bowed low in submission. Selene watches from afar, a proud smile on her face. Her son's cruelty gives her immense pleasure, knowing that he'll soon rule with an iron fist. Other nobles, however, exchange worried glances. They understand Adrian's sadistic nature and fear for the people's welfare under his reign. But for now, Adrian's arrogance knows no bounds as he continues to torment those beneath him, reveling in their fear and misery. Meanwhile, far away across the sea, Ellen the dragon stands in the middle of a tribal tent, her face betraying nothing as she listens to the boisterous celebration happening outside. Her new husband, the tribal warlord, stands beside her, his arm possessively around her waist. Despite being manacled, the warlord raises his cup in a toast, his booming laughter echoing through the tent. To my bride, he says, May our union bring prosperity and victory to our lands. Elena manages a polite smile, her eyes distant. All around them, the warriors chant and stomp, their voices growing louder by the moment. To Elena, they cry, "May the Dragon Queen bring us fortune and glory." Elena closes her eyes, taking a deep breath to steady herself. She's trapped in this world, forced to play the role of a beloved queen. But inside, her thoughts are far from the celebrations. She's desperate to find a way out of this mess, torn between her desire for freedom and the need to protect her people. The fate of her kingdom hangs in the balance, and Elena knows she must tread carefully if she wants to survive and one day reclaim her rightful place on the throne. Back at the ice wall, two guards ride their horses through the knee-deep snow, their breaths forming white clouds in the freezing air. They're on their nightly patrol, ensuring the safety of the borderlands. Suddenly, Guard 1 notices something in the distance. "What's that?" "Over there," he asks, pointing with his gloved hand. His companion, Guard 2, rides closer to get a better look. When he does, his face pales with fear. "By the gods," he whispers, "what happened here?" The sight before them is gruesome and disturbing. Several men lay frozen on the ground, their bodies stiff and lifeless. Blood stains the snow a dark crimson, stark against the white landscape. But what truly horrifies the guards is the state of the bodies. They're not wounded by steel or bear the marks of any earthly weapon. It's as if they've been killed instantly, without a trace of struggle. Guard 1 dismounts, kneeling beside one of the corpses to inspect it. "They're frozen solid," he says, his voice shaking. "But how could this happen? There's no sign of battle." Guard 2, his face ashen, shakes his head, unable to fathom such a mystery. Just then, a gust of wind sweeps across the plains, carrying with it a chill that penetrates their bones. The blizzard seems to grow stronger, swirling around them, obscuring their vision. Through the falling snow, a dark shape emerges from the maelstrom, its features obscured by the swirling white. The guards stand frozen in fear as a mysterious figure approaches, sensing an imminent danger that defies their understanding. As the dark shape draws closer, the guards can make out the details of its form. It's tall and imposing, its edges blurring in and out of existence as if it were made of shadows themselves. Its eyes, two burning embers that pierce through the gloom, seem to bore into the guards, sending shivers down their spines. As it steps forward, the blizzard intensifies, whipping around the guards and making it difficult for them to breathe. The figure looms over them, its presence radiating an otherworldly menace. One of the guards, unable to withstand the oppressive aura, collapses to his knees, trembling uncontrollably. The other stands his ground, though his bravado is evident. "Who are you?" he demands, his voice shaking. But the figure doesn't answer. Instead, it reaches out a hand, its fingers long and skeletal, and touches the fallen guard. In an instant, the guard's body stiffens and he freezes, becoming part of the encroaching blizzard. The remaining guard screams in terror, realizing the fate that awaits him. But it's too late. The figure strikes, and in a blink, the guard is gone, vanished into the swirling snow. The figure stands silhouetted against the blizzard, its form flickering in and out of existence. For a moment, it seems to regard the carnage it has wrought, then turns and melts back into the storm, leaving behind a trail of death and destruction. In the distance, A lone rider struggles against the wind, desperately trying to stay upright in the saddle. As he rides, the figure appears again, blocking his path. The rider freezes in fear, knowing that he too will become another victim unless he can find a way to escape the wrath of this mysterious and terrifying being. And there we have it, folks, the second episode of the Game of Kingdoms. What did you think? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. We've got plenty more adventures to come, filled with twists and turns that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. So join us next time as the story continues and the fate of kingdoms hang in the balance. Until then, stay tuned and keep watching. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.